Yo, what is up, guys? It's been a while. It is Sage Camera right here, and guys, we're doing What If Naruto Was Neglected in Killuas Reincarnate Remastered Part 4. Now, last time you guys been liking this series a lot. I've been liking this series. It's way better. I personally like it way more than the first time I created this What If. I personally like it more. Also, like, it has that sense of, I don't know about you guys, but it has that, I have like a really good idea. And maybe we might get to I think we might get to the, I don't even know. Cause I'm right now considering like how long will this video be. And also like, are we gonna make it to that part yet? But either way, I hope you guys are gonna enjoy the video. And yeah, let's get started. As we start off this what if with everyone in the class just shocked at how things just turned out. So you see, due to the fact that, Naruto was a Hatake, and also the fact that also Anko was a Hatake, so like it was just shocking to all of them. As Naruto, who already won his match against, Menma, and Narumi, I'm just going to say that she lost to Anko because, why not? And everyone else just continued on. Now, Sasuke, who would have actually been like the second best, as he studied way harder than Menma, he would have actually been really impressed with Naruto, due to the fact that Naruto was such a prodigy. And he would have not thought of Menma as a rival. In fact, he thought Menma was sort of like a brat and, sort of just mean all in all. So he really did not respect Menma at all. And Narumi was just a worst case scenario, as she would always try to hit on Sasuke. With Sasuke just looking at her as if she had looking at her as if she had like an insect, like as if she had a bug. As this would cause Narumi to cry, say that Sasuke is a baka. I really hate saying that. All right, so yeah. After all that, the teams were being settled, as Naruto was just there, just wandering in his mind, as he's like, I wonder what we're gonna eat today. As he didn't ask Anko, like, what are we gonna eat today? If Anko's saying, I don't know, ramen maybe? As Naruto's thinking, yeah, ramen would be good. As everyone else is just waiting for their teams. As after Team 7 was called up, the team was Anko, Mitarashi. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Yeah. Naruto. Actually, no, not Anko Mitarashi. Anko Hatake, Naruto Hatake, and Sasuke Uchiha. As everyone in the class was shocked, as they're like, wait, what? Are you for real? With, Iruka, nodding. As this was just unfair among all of it. Especially Narumi was upset that Anko got to be on a team with Sasuke. As Sakura then stands up, as she then says, but Iruka Sensei, that's not fair. Why does Naruto Baka and Anko Baka needs to be with Sasuke-kun? With Naruto standing up, as he then says, Sakura, grow up. We're shinobi now. As Sakura then say, how dare you talk back to me? As she stands up and she then says, you don't get it, do you, Naruto? You don't have the right to be on the team with Sasuke. As Naruto is like, oh really? Since the one whose personality is the equivalent to Shikamaru's hairline, it was a mistake in the first place. As everyone looks away, they're like, damn, he violated both of them. As everyone just looks away, as Shikamaru just didn't care. He was asleep, which with Sakura backing up, and she just felt that blow. As Naruto begins to continue. Listen up, Sakura. It's about time you grow up. Because I'm telling you right now. You think that this world of shinobi is gonna be all nice and fun and everything? You think that just because you're a shinobi now, you're gonna have anything you want? Listen here, Sakura. In this world, you're gonna either it's how the saying goes. You kill or be killed, and that's how it's always gonna be. So let me tell you right now, Let me ask you this: if you think I don't have the right to be on Sasuke's team, do you think you have the right? What jutsus can you do? None. What fighting techniques do you have? None. What can you even do? Nothing. In fact, how about this? How about all of us were put in this scenario? Actually, no. Let's put Sakura in this scenario. Why don't we? As Naruto then vanishes, as Anko was like, "Oh boy, Naruto's gonna go to the extreme again." As Naruto would then pin Sasuke to the wall, as like he'll pin Sasuke to the wall as he has a kunai to Sasuke's neck. As Sakura and everyone gasp, as Sakura then says, "What are you doing?" With Naruto saying, Sakura, what are you gonna choose? You have a choice. Either you kill yourself to free Sasuke, or you try to stop me from killing Sasuke. Or how about this? How about you just let me kill Sasuke? What are you gonna do? As Sakura, is like scared. Either she gives up her own life to save Sasuke, or Sasuke dies. And Sakura is like, I'll give up my life for Sasuke. With Naruto saying, "Oh really? Then how about this? What if your life was never good enough?" As Sakura is like, "What do you mean?" Just also knows there's something called lying in this world, where someone can tell you one thing, and they're really just not saying the truth. For example, what if you died, and we still end up killing Sasuke? That's how you know that this world doesn't play games. Trust me, if I wanted to, I could just kill Sasuke, and I can kill you next. As Naruto is about to shove the kunai in, with Sasuke closing his eyes as he's, feeling pain. As Sakura is now scared out of her mind, as she begins to cry, with Naruto then releasing Sasuke and putting the kunai away, as he then says, "Man, every one of you guys are children who can't even survive. Even by looking at blood, you guys stopped. You guys are shook, frozen, as if you guys can't do anything. Useless." As Naruto would then walk away, with Anko just saying, "That's him for sure," as she continues to fall asleep. Just letting you guys know, later on in the day, Shikamaru woke up as he just felt the presence. He felt Naruto's bloodlust. Considering Naruto was sending a bunch of bloodlust towards Sakura, the fact that Sakura was dumb enough to say, "Oh, I'm gonna give up my own life," like someone can really lie to you about that. Someone can be really lying to you about that one. With Naruto walking away, he will eventually then stop as he's like, "Oh wait, I forgot I need to stay there for my team." As he then walks back over there. So after a while, all the teams were called as everyone was have the right to go. With Naruto getting up as he then forgot, he will then realize that he forgot something. As Sasuke, who just got up as he was ready to leave, he would then come face to face with Naruto saying, "Oh yeah, Sasuke." As Naruto then gives Sasuke a scroll that contains a jutsu, with Naruto apologizing to Sasuke. Everyone in the class would stop as they would look at this, as Naruto saying, "Sorry, Sasuke, I didn't mean to go that far. I just wanted to scare Sakura and show her and teach her a lesson. She really can't toy around with this world of shinobi, because people you care about can die. No matter, even if you don't want it to happen, it will." With Sasuke, just looking at Naruto, who right now is holding out the scroll to him, with Sasuke giving Naruto a smile, as he then says, "Sure, no problem." As he takes the scroll, as he instantly runs out of there, with Naruto thinking, "That's weird." With Anko telling Naruto to let's get back home before Kakashi goes ahead, considering that Kakashi had a habit to always eat first before they even got home. As Naruto and Anko would then body flicker away, with everyone in the class, just there. As Naruto and Anko would then be, back over there at Kakashi's house, as Kakashi was waiting for them. As he then says, "Congratulations, you guys! You guys finally became Genin." And with Naruto and Anko looking at Kakashi like, "Yeah, thanks." As Kakashi was celebrating at the top of his lungs, screaming as if he was a madman, with Naruto and Anko just smiling as they're like, "You know what? We should enjoy ourselves." As they begin to have fun and everything, Kakashi began to have a lot of fun, considering that he was rereading all of this Ichi Ichi Paradise in one day, like a savage, as he was reading it all. With Naruto and Anko just, celebrating and everything, they would party almost all night. As when it was daytime, Naruto and Anko, they immediately woke up first as they picked up the entire house. Kakashi was still knocked out. As Kakashi would eventually come up, wake up as he then says, "Oh wow, I went overboard." With Naruto saying, "Yeah, you did. Now come on, let's go to work." As Kakashi, agrees. As all of them would then body flicker. Naruto and Anko, they will both arrive at the academy with Kakashi now in the area where all the Jonin teacher are gonna gather up. As Kakashi he was not gonna show up in time. With Naruto and Anko, now at class, everyone in the class would just stare at them as they're like, "That's them," like, telling them like, "Oh yeah, that's the guy that beat up the Hokage's son and everything." With Menma now standing up, he then says, "Naruto!" As Naruto would look at him as he then says, "Oh boy." As Menma rushes over there at Naruto, as he then tries to deliver a kick to Naruto's face, with Naruto blocking it with one hand. Menma, you better stop. We're shinobi now. Stop acting as a child. As Naruto elbows Menma in the stomach, sending him flying, as Menma would regain his balance. Last time was just a fluke. You won't get lucky. With Naruto saying, "Oh yeah, it was a fluke." Right? Then it was also a fluke of you even, I guess, doing something. I guess our battle didn't really exist. Of me fighting was just a fluke. Remember saying, "No, not you fighting was a fluke. I mean, you winning was a fluke." How is winning a fluke? I don't get it. With Menma, saying, "What do you mean?" With Naruto just confusing Menma to Menma thinking that he's stupid or something. And he just, yells at Naruto saying, "You know what? Stop it. Screw you. Next time won't happen." Like that. With Naruto just ignoring him and saying, "Okay, Menma, whatever you say." With Naruto looking around, he would then see Sasuke, as Sasuke would he would not mind Naruto sitting next to him, as well as Anko, considering that both of them were the strongest, even stronger than him. As Naruto and Anko would then both go to Sasuke as they both sit down, with Naruto saying, "Hey Sasuke, how you been?" With Sasuke sitting, looking at Naruto and says, "Nothing much. By the way, that scroll, I don't understand. Why did you give it to me?" With Naruto saying as a way of me saying, sorry. But Sasuke was like, "But I don't understand. Why was it these exercises that were useless?" As Naruto chuckled as he then says, "Trust me, Sasuke, those exercises, did you at least do them?" As Sasuke would then, think as he remembered that the first time that he saw the scroll in the exercises, he thought that Naruto, probably gave this as a joke. However, he didn't, wanted to believe that completely, so he'd go ahead and try, as those were chakra exercises. As Sasuke, it took him the entire day to climb up a tree, as these were chakra control exercises. However, luckily he was able to do it, with Sasuke saying, "Yeah, I was able to climb up a tree." As Naruto smiled, "Oh, then that's perfect." As Naruto then looks at Uncle, as Uncle looks at Naruto, she then says, "Wow, Naruto, you really do become open to people. It's crazy to think that you have that scary side of you." As everyone would not guess that Naruto was such a such a assassin or something. People would not expect Naruto to be so much of a killer. In fact, Naruto looked like just like a pure boy who looked like he would never do anything wrong. Little did they know that child literally could murder you in a second. As Naruto would then look at Sasuke as he then says, "Sasuke, after class, can you come over?" With Naruto looking at Sasuke, as Sasuke would be surprised, he says, "Sure, whatever." As Sasuke is like, "What does he want?" With then suddenly the Iruka coming in as he then says all the teams have arrived. We have everyone all excited as they're waiting for their Jonin sensei. The first one to arrive will be Kushina, and the second one to arrive will be Kakashi. You see, due to the fact that Kushina even warned Kakashi that if he was late, she will do something to him. She will literally begin to beat down on him brutally. And Kakashi knows that even though Kushina may not be, even though Kushina may not look like it, she is still a Jonin of the Hidden Leaf Village. And that means that she could easily, That means she could easily deliver a couple of blows of her own upon him. So he decided not to take Kushina that lightly. As Naruto would look at them, he would then smile. As he then smiles at Kakashi. Wow, you came here early, huh? As Kakashi then smiles. Yeah, against my will. As Kushina looked at Kakashi, as Kakashi's like, oh, no, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. Nope, nope, that was just your imagination. With Kushina, stopped glaring at Kakashi as she then sighs. As she looks at Naruto, as she then gives a smile. She's like, this is it, my perfect opportunity. And she then says, alright team, stand up and come along. As we then see Menma and Narumi and Sakura all get up and go. As in Kakashi would call for his team, Naruto, Anko, and Sasuke. As they all get up. Naruto decided that he was not going to body flicker up, as well as Anko decided not to, considering that they wanted to have Sasuke as an ally, also as a friend, considering that, Sasuke, although he may be cocky sometimes, and although, he is part of the Uchiha clan and everything, which is known to be very cocky, he is still a very kind person. Sasuke, because, you see, the Uchiha massacre did not happen, so that means Sasuke is a general kind person. Not super kind, but he's still kind. As Naruto would go up, as well as Anko, as well as Sasuke, they'll eventually, be at the top of the building, with Kakashi, there, saying, alright guys, let's do our introductions. Sasuke, he'll do his introduction saying that he was an Uchiha, and that he wants to become the strongest Uchiha in the world ever, the strongest Uchiha in the world, and that his goal would be to become the head of the Uchiha clan. With Kakashi, saying, not a bad goal. You, Anko just, saying, well, one, I want to go after a certain someone and destroy him. That's my dream. With Kakashi already knowing who this person is. As behind Anko, Naruto could swear he can sense like a presence. Like Naruto can sense the presence of the curse mark, as that thing will still be there. With Naruto saying, yeah, so I want to sort of go after that guy too. As that guy would be Orochimaru. As Naruto heard the story about Anko and Orochimaru, their history together, and everything, with Naruto saying that this man needs to be brought to justice. With Naruto looking at Anko would continue saying, well, let's see, my goal would be, I guess my goal would be to become a splendid Jonin. Also take down every enemy in my sight, as she then smiles and gives a seductive grin with Kakashi saying, okay. Like he has that vibe saying, ooh, okay, don't mess with her. As he's like, I can't believe this is my adopted daughter. As Kakashi then looks at Naruto as he then says, your turn. With Naruto saying, my name is Naruto Hatake. My likes are Anko and Kakashi. My dislikes are I guess you can say almost everyone in this village, considering that they don't know how to have fun. And I guess my dream is to I guess you can say my dream is to learn almost every jutsu that there is to know. And my goal is to eventually become a Hokage. As Naruto wanted to become Hokage for one good reason. Because if he becomes Hokage, he can make the right changes to this world. And not only that, but if he has Hokage, he has enough power to reinforce rules upon people. Considering the people in this village really need to learn, like, yo, this isn't just messed up. With Kakashi saying, alright, not bad. Alright, tomorrow you guys all have to meet up for a test. As, all of them would nod as Kakashi would then go. As Naruto would then look at Anko and Sasuke as he then says, come on guys, let's go. With Sasuke, agreeing as well as Anko. As all of them would then, literally walk down the side of a building, all of them. As you then see, Kiba's team, Hinata, Shino, and Kiba, as they were walking, they would then look up to see literally all three of them walking down the building just like it was nothing. As they're like, wait, what? With Naruto, talking to Uncle as if they were like just walking home casually. With Sasuke just like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. As Naruto and Uncle, after finally arriving back home, they would then see, they would not see Kakashi there, considering that he had to do his own work. So he ended up going to the training field that him and Kakashi would always go to. As Naruto would then look at Sasuke and Anko, as Naruto would then say, alright, Sasuke, the reason why we brought you out here is because, well, one, we want to become your friends. And two, as friends, we want to help you get stronger. As Sasuke was, so confused at this, as he's like, what? How are you guys going to make me stronger? As as Sasuke remembers those exercises, as he thinks that they're not going to make him stronger, with Naruto saying, oh really? Sasuke, how big was your fireball? As Sasuke doesn't really remember. As he says, it was probably like half the height of a tree. Like just half the height of a tree. With Naruto chuckling. Alright, then now try to do a fireball now. With Sasuke being so confused as he ends up doing hand signs, as he then says, fire style, fireball jutsu! As in a ginormous fireball that was literally like 2 times bigger than a tree would literally just burn through an entire forest. Like it would literally create like a forest fire practically, with Sasuke just shocked. With Naruto thinking, Sasuke, you overdid it. As Naruto would then do some hand signs as he then says, water style, water dragon jutsu. As then a water dragon would then appear from a nearby lake as it puts out the flames. As Naruto sighs, Sasuke, next time try to like hold it in. As Sasuke was like, but how? Naruto explained about the chakra control exercise, saying that the more control they have over your chakra, the stronger your jutsus are gonna be. But Sasuke now like, wow. As he then smiles, this is awesome. With Naruto chuckling, he looks like a kid, just like he looks like. He the way Sasuke is looking right now, it reminds Naruto how he was when he first tasted Ichiraku ramen. He just thought that he was stepped into another world. As Naruto then chuckles, he then says, either way, Sasuke, how about it? With Sasuke saying, how about what? Do you want to become friends? With Naruto giving his hand out to Sasuke, with Sasuke just like, as he then thinks that Naruto and Anko, now they do seem strong, but they're also really kind. With Sasuke, thinking about it some more, he then smiles and he then says, sure, why not? As he then shakes Naruto's hand, as they then become best friends. As we then see Naruto and Anko and Sasuke training, with Sasuke going through hell. As Naruto literally puts so many weights on Sasuke that Sasuke, just trying to do those hand signs, he will hear his bones crack. Like, literally, it feels like hell. As Sasuke tries to do some hand signs, he would hear like the snapping of his bones. And he even says, Naruto, this is too much. When Naruto's saying, come on, Sasuke, me and Uncle were able to do it, so that means you have to do it too. But Sasuke is like thinking, this must be a trap, really. As he then does a fireball jutsu, as it was a really small fireball compared to what, it was like a really small, like, poof of flame. With Sasuke like, dang it, I can't do it. As Sasuke falls onto his knees as he can't really move. As we see Sasuke just right there on the ground. And Naruto's like, come on, Sasuke, get up. Now go ahead and run a 10 kilo, go around, do like 1,000 laps around the entire village in those weights. With Sasuke looking at Naruto like, you trying to kill me. With Naruto just saying, come on, you and me did become friends, right? So you have to trust in the process. Now run for your life. As me and Anko are going to be shooting a bunch of jutsus at you. With Sasuke just like, oh, no. As he thinks that Naruto is going too far. As he ends up running at top speeds with Naruto and Anko throwing a bunch of jutsus at Sasuke. As those jutsus would literally create craters right next to Sasuke. With Sasuke just like, if I get hit by one of those, I'm dead. As he runs for his life. As we do a time skip to literally the entire day. As Naruto and Anko and Sasuke had their fill of training, with Sasuke dead on the ground as he can't even move. As luckily Naruto and Anko were able to take the weights off of him, but Sasuke's body felt like it was just done. As Sasuke's like, yep, this is it. I'm gone. I give up. I'm gone. There's no way I can do it. Sorry. But Naruto is just looking at, like, right now in the comedic effect, Naruto sees, like, a little white thing come out of Sasuke's back, as this looked like Sasuke's spirit. As Naruto's like, oh, something came out of him. As Naruto literally grabbed it, as he shoved it back into Sasuke. As Sasuke just gets up as he's like, ow, ooh. Naruto, is that it for training for today? When Naruto's saying, yup, now go back home and rest. Considering that we're going to do even worse tomorrow. With Sasuke looking at Naruto and running straight back home. As he was scared for his life. As when Sasuke arrived back at the Uchiha compound, he would literally like burst in there. With everyone just like, oh, hey Sasuke. As Mikoto Uchiha would be there, as she looks at Sasuke, as she sees as in Mikoto's eyes, she sees her baby boy just look dead. As she then screams at the top of her lung, what happened to you? With Sasuke saying, I went through hell for strength. As Sasuke falls on the ground, as Itachi and Mikoto instantly rush to Sasuke. Back with Naruto and Anko both look at each other. They're like, do you think we went a little bit extreme on Sasuke? As Naruto would say this, as Anko wouldn't say, nah. But next time we should put a couple more pounds on him. I feel like that skinny little boy's body should be able to handle it. And Naruto agreeing. Like what's a couple more pounds gonna do? Like sure, the first pound we're able to like sure, the first weight that he put on him, it was able to break his bones, but that was just nothing. The next one, they barely were able to literally like tear his muscles apart. So this next one should do the trick. As Naruto and Anko then laugh, as Kakashi would finally arrive, he then says, "Alright guys, let's go eat our dinner." With them agreeing. As this is where I'm going to end the video. Hope you guys do enjoy. If you guys do, then please remember to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And either way, it's a Samurai, and I'm out. Peace.